For anyone who doesn't know, my name is Dakota Harmon, and I am an Emerald on our team, just promoted last week. Woohoo! So just a little bit about, I guess, me and my story. First off, I will try to give you guys not my double chin, but my computer's camera is like right above the keyboard down here. So I hope you guys enjoy your view this time. So I actually go pretty far back with Kara. That I met her, I want to say in like 2010 or 2011. So I went to college in Marshall, Missouri, which is where Katie and Kara is from. And I met Kara through her husband because he used to play golf every Wednesday for men's league and would do golf almost every scramble and Saturday mornings. Yes, Brooke. So for anyone who's on here who says you cannot succeed because you're from a small town, I want you to completely just throw that out the window, because Katie is from Marshall, Kara is from Marshall, Brooke lives in Marshall right now. I lived there for 9 years. Sammy, who's on our team, lives in Marshall. One of my newbies, Diane, she lives in Marshall right now. So if you think that you can't succeed, all of us are working the same town and the same people when we started. And guys, we do our clothes shopping there. We do our grocery shopping at Walmart. Walmart is the place to go. There is nothing else there. There are 4 stoplights in like the whole town. So if you think that you can't succeed because of that, please get on Instagram or Facebook and add to your network. So I met Kara through the country club that she was a part of, and one of my friends told me that she sold these wraps and that she used them before a wedding, and it worked wonderful. So I reached out to her and was a loyal customer first for like a month in 2015, and then I joined the business. I think I got 3 customers and got super frustrated, and I totally quit the business, and I ignored Kara for 5 years on Facebook, Instagram, and text message. And when I scrolled through my Facebook Messenger before this to see when it was I became a customer, there's literally like pages and pages of me ignoring Kara. But she did not give up and was very persistent. So use that to your advantage when you're trying to get new customers, that just because they don't respond to you one time doesn't mean they're not interested. Just because they tell you they're interested and then don't talk to you for 2 months doesn't mean they're not interested. I watched her for 5 years and joined her team, I think 6 months after she started, and then watched her become what she is today before I reached out to her in June and was just like, hey, are you still growing your team? I would love to start selling with you again. And so she was like, yep, let's get you started. And I had seen a promo that you could join for $24 for 24 hours. And I had just missed the window. And she was like, if you're serious about joining, I'll pay your $24. You pay the other $24 and we'll get you started for this. So I signed up for $50, and then she paid me back for the other half and was like, you missed the window, but if you're dedicated, let's do it. My first month, I signed 27 loyal customers, and I just kind of didn't know what I was doing, but just started messaging people left and right. I did host a post. I put it out there what I was doing, and I put my reason why I was doing it. I was doing it for my kids. I was doing it to pay off debt. I was doing it so we could reach our goals as a family. And people like resonated with that, and people bought from me because they believe in me and they know me as a person. And that's what helped make me successful right away. So I'd say June and July, like I just totally went for it. And then my son's birthday was in July. August was a hard month. September, I like didn't do anything with the business. And Kara came to me and was like, are you focused on this or not? Like, you're really close to Ruby, but you're not really going anywhere. Let's get to it. Get to work. What do you need to do? And so that is where your chart comes into play. So if any of you don't have your chart, Ashlie, I'm looking at you for part of this. Yes. Get your chart out, print it, and start using it. I told her, like, I know I want to go places, but I don't really know how. So go to your eSuite, go to reports. Go to eSuite, go to documents, and just type in chart and print what you currently are and print 2 levels up. I just reached Emerald last week, but I've already filled out my entire diamond chart. Every block is full and then some, and I'm working on my double diamond chart already. So if you're not sure where you need to go, that's where you need to start. Otherwise, you're just going to be adding people to your team and not knowing what to do with these people on your team or how to help coach them. So I really just kind of sat on this opportunity for, I'd say, 3 months and did a little bit of work, but really stopped. And then Kara lit a fire underneath me. And I want to say like the 20th of October, she was like, hey, if you're going to hit Emerald, now's the time, you have to go. So I put my ego aside and put my pride aside and jumped into everyone's DMs and literally was sending like 200 to 300 messages a day on Instagram. And I ended up having to follow new people because I had messaged everyone on my Instagram. And every time I clicked a person, there was already a message there. And I ended up getting, what was it? It was 1,100 in volume in 8 days so that I could hit Emerald because I wanted to hit the goal. So messaging people for me was super uncomfortable. And that was the one thing I said, I will never be that person that's just DMing people. But when you stop and actually look at like your Instagram or you look at your Facebook, for me, for example, I only have like 30 or 40 people a day that look at my story. I only have 30 to 40 people a day that like my posts on Instagram. So I know the 800 people that are following me, they're not seeing my stuff at all. And that's either because I'm not interacting or I'm interacting with the same people. So I can scroll all day on Instagram and comment and like people, or I can suck up my pride and my ego and I can jump into their DMs and send them a message and they'll say, oh, I saw your story one time, but I didn't know where you went. So I didn't know who it was that sell it. I just saw celery juice and I liked it. Can I order it? I had 3 people who told me that last week and I was like, yeah, of course you can buy it. Let's set up your order for you. So if you're not doing the things that make you uncomfortable, you're not going to go places. When Kara asked me if I would do this Zoom, immediately I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Oh crap, I do not want to do this Zoom. And I literally was like anxious about it all day. But doing this and talking to people is what's uncomfortable for me right now, but it's going to push me to the next level. And something I enjoy doing and why I love this business is that I get to pour into other people. So if I can take these words and give them to other people, then that's not only going to help me, but it's going to help other people go places as well. Thank you, Katie. My kids enjoy the fun facts. So that's a little bit about me and just how I got started. I started in 2015 as just a customer, joined and quit the business and watched for 5 years before starting. My goal this month is to go diamond this month, and then it will happen. I'm going to go diamond this month, and then by February double, and I want to be triple by June 18th, and I'm going Turks and Caicos with the girls for the triple retreat because I couldn't go to the diamond retreat last year when I won the spot, and I can't go to conference this year, so I'm going triple, and it's happening. One thing that I did want to share with everyone and that Kara asked me to talk about was when we have new people that like join the team, what are the roadblocks that we all face? And looking at some of the people who are on here, I know that they joined roughly like the same time that I did in the business. And so for anyone who's getting started, my biggest piece of advice to you is to, one, get organized right away. Start folders in your notes. Start saving posts and go back and look at them later. On Facebook and Instagram, you can save them and go back to look at them later. So if you see someone who's a double or a triple or a presidential ambassador and you love what they're saying, you love what they're doing, save it. Go back later and look at it and see why it is. Do you like it? Do you like the picture that they're posting? Because you can copy that. Do you like what they're saying? Is it because they're speaking from their heart or they're sharing a message about their story or their journey? You can do those things too. If you don't start from the beginning of getting organized, and you're going to kind of be lost because there's so many tools that are thrown at us at one time. For me, I really struggled with that and figuring out how to get organized. But if you really just step back and look, we have scripts for every single product on our That's a Wrap page. We have product pricing. We have before and afters. We have the charts. Everything you need is right there, but you just have to figure out how to use it. And if you don't know how to use it, ask someone on your team. Ask your upline. Ask Katie. Ask Brooke. Ask anyone. They will help you. And I can tell you that because I've been in their inbox saying, how do I use this? Where do I get this? How did you find this picture? And they've helped me with how to do it. And to just embrace the chaos. I think I saw Stacy was on here, and I tell her all the time that, like, I love your vibe. I love that you're just a mom being real with it. And I know Ashlie has said the same thing to me, that, like, throw up the messy bun, take the picture without your makeup. It breaks my heart when people are just like, I can't be successful because I don't do my makeup every day. I don't have my hair done. I don't have nice clothes. Guys, no one cares. People already know you and they like you for who you are. So if you're going to post, she had to add a wig, y'all. If you are going to post about your life, people are going to be more likely to believe you. I think it was on the Vision Casters page that they were saying, don't lie to your loyal customers. Don't lie to your audience. Don't make up this story that you're like living this perfect life and having your hair and makeup done every single day. And these products are so amazing and that's how you look because of these products, because that's not true. These products are amazing and these products fuel us to be better versions of ourselves, but they're not going to make us be a 10 if we're a 7. Be a 7 and rock a 7 because that's who you are. And people want you. That's how you build your business and how you sell the products, is by being you. I can only say that has been honestly the biggest thing for me, is to own that and own our craziness. Own the fact that I have a 3-year-old that's clinging to me all the time, that I have a 1-year-old that's always with me. My hair looks nice right now. This is nice for me. So those are kind of what's helped me get going, is to just be organized, to embrace the chaos and just share the honest truth about your life and your story and your journey, and sharing that with others so that they can connect with you, and not being afraid to ask for help. Make time for your business. I know there's several people on here who are still full-time people working outside of the home. Ashlie and I both have full-time jobs on top of this right now. I mean, for me, Ashlie and I had this conversation, I think, over the weekend. I told her I wake up at 5 a.m. almost every single day, and I lay in my bed from 5 to 5:30 working on my phone, getting my KPIs done. From 5:30 till 6, I'm showering, getting ready. I nurse my kid at 6, and then I wake up my other one at 6:30 until, most people have a full-time job until they're double diamond. So if you want to get to double, you have to do the steps. You have to do your KPI to succeed. And if you're not going to do those steps, then you're not going to get there. And when you do get there, you're not going to be prepared to go further because you don't know how to stay successful with that. Our family is like getting out the door until 7:30. And then I have a 45-minute commute to get to work. And then I'm at work from 8:30 until 5 almost every day. And then I have a 45-minute commute to daycare, get the kids, get home, and then dinner, bath, bed. So I'm like trying to respond all day to as many people as I can, getting my KPIs done. But if I don't wake up at 5 a.m. every day, I'm setting myself up for success. Then I'm going into my archives and I'm pulling stuff that people have already seen. And while it works, it's not authentic. It's not sharing the products. It's just reusing content that people have already seen. And it's not letting them see truly what's going on in our lives. So it's there if I need it, but it's not the correct way to be doing it. Once our kids are in bed every night, I like spend some time with my husband, and then I'm back on my phone working until like 11 p.m. every night, just so that I can make time to get it done. So really from like 5 to 5:30 in the morning, and then I'd say from 8 p.m. to 11 is when I'm working the business the most. Otherwise, everything is just like in nooks and crannies of my day. If you want to get something done, you're going to find time to get it done. Exactly what Katie said. Want something done, give a busy woman 10 minutes and she'll conquer the world. Absolutely. My last piece of advice, and something that I felt like really clicked for me, was after Kara made us set our vision boards. If you haven't done a vision board yet, stop keeping these things in your mind. Get one out and make one right now. Like I just took screenshots and then put them on my phone and then printed at home. Make a vision board for what you want right away, and then one for long term. Because in my mind, and I want to go triple, and I want to pay off our loans, and I want to add to our debt, or I want to add to our savings, and I want to like buy a new car. But if I just keep those in my head, then they're just dreams. They're not becoming goals. They're not becoming reality for me. So as soon as you put those down on paper, you're going to have something to work towards. So for everything you want in this business, don't just keep it in your head. Write it down, piece of paper, put it in your phone and look at it every single day so that you can reach these goals. Otherwise, you're just working and not knowing what to do with the work. So that's what I have. Ashlie, you joined in July.
End of July, early August, right? Maybe right in between.
I think it was right in between. You started, I think like within 2 days of when I started my husband's account. He started to know it out.
So yeah, so to me, I'm still like, I just reached Ruby, but for everyone who just started, like I'm still super overwhelmed. I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm literally just taking notes and following who I feel like, whose level I'm trying to be on, basically.
What made you, or I guess how long did you watch before you joined, and then what made you join?
So I'm pretty sure that Kara, it might have been around, I don't want to say a full year, but she's reached out to me quite a bit, and I would just like, whatever, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So I do hair. And that's my passion for sure. But the inconsistency is like, it's crazy. The cancellations, I mean, I have my loyal clients, obviously, like, but it's a weird time right now. So for me, it was like nerve wracking, I guess. So just the cushion and the comfort of knowing that could pull in some extra income definitely led me to jump on. Plus it was half off, and I just felt like it was timing for me. And my why is I would eventually like to have a salon in my yard. That's my main why. And I would like to be able to work this business and be home and do what I love on the side, whether that be just for family and friends or whatever. But I would like to incorporate the two while still being home.
With your tiny house?
With a tiny house. She shed salon, yes.
I love that. I can already picture it, and I can picture it like right there in the scenery of your yard that you share.
Thank you. Yeah, because you got to have the vision, right? So my screensaver, my lock screen is actually my vision board. So every day, looking at it all day long, every day.
I love that. What has been your biggest roadblock with getting you to where you are?
My own myself. Really, the messaging people, I'm still not like over that hump yet. The stories like come easy for me, the constant posting, the creative cute content, like that, those things come easy to me, again, because I mean they're a part of my everyday life anyway. So incorporating both has been easier than the reaching out, let's just say that. It's easier for me to be creative than to try to grab people. So I'm working on that, thanks to a great mentor.
What are you doing to work on it? Like what has been working for you to kind of get you out of your comfort zone?
Well, this, for one, because I was like, me, what? Talking to people? I don't know. I don't know that much yet, you know? But at the same time, I am motivated, and I think that's what Kara sees. And she sees my potential sometimes that I don't see myself. So, like I said, I'm a watcher. I'm really actually watching all the people who I feel like are thriving. And I feel like that's what's inspiring me and motivating me and keeping me kind of fueled. Like, just do it. Just do it. Just make a TikTok. Just make just do a post. Get up at 5 a.m. You get up and work out anyway. Like, get on your phones, post the picture, So consistency. I just am trying to train myself to stay consistent.
Yes. What would you give as a tip for anyone else? I know that you've been like, you're a watcher, but I know you also ask tons of questions so that like you understand everything that's going on. So what would you say is one of your biggest tips to other people to go from being very uncomfortable with getting started to all of a sudden blowing up to Ruby, being close to Emerald, and almost promoting your husband to Ruby?
So almost feeling like you're being annoying and a burden. Sometimes I message Kara, I'm like, I'm annoying, ... but I know I've probably asked this before, but can you please break it down to me? So again, with the consistency, like if you don't know and you don't ask, you're never going to know. So for me, it's just like digging in, paying attention to the advice that you were giving me or Kara's giving me or anybody else for that matter. But
You froze there at the end. I think you're
oh,
still there.
sorry.
Nope,
Yeah,
you're good.
I live out in the country too. I'm just in Kentucky. So same thing, different road.
I can definitely resonate with what Ashlie is saying, is that I'm someone as well who's like, hey, Kara, question. I know I've messaged you 27 times already today. Can you please answer this for me? I think that that's totally acceptable. And I know that like those above us will say that our enrollers want to hear from us every single day. And when they're not hearing from you, that's when they're wondering like what's going on. On the flip side of that, go look for things. Don't be afraid to just dig in and see what's already been done, what's already been posted, what's on the page. Because I'll say these next couple of things, and not as like a dig to Kara, like Kara's a mass enroller. Like she's getting people left and right, loyal customers, distributors. She has 1,000 things going on. But like one simple thing that I found was like the milkshake website or like the link that we use on our Instagram to send to people. Like that wasn't something Kara told me about right away. I saw it on Brooke's page. I saw it on Katie's page. I saw it on Stacy's page. And I was like, well, what the hell is this thing? Like, what are they posting here? How come I don't have one of these? Why didn't Kara say anything? So I just like copied it and started making it. I had no idea like how to get our commissions or how to get paid. So like I just started looking through the That's a Wrap thing, and I found like these are the apps that you're supposed to have downloaded. Someone shared like a screenshot of their phone, and it was like apps that I use, and it had like 7 different apps on a folder on their iPhone. And I was like, well, what are those? I don't have those. And I could have like text Kara and asked, but I could have also just dug around to figure out what they are and then installed them myself and then told her, hey, am I doing this right? And she's like, yes, thank you for going and doing. Sorry, I forgot to tell you, didn't even think about it. That's because sometimes our enrollers have so much going on. So you have to take the initiative to go and find your resources yourself. Otherwise, you're just going to be sitting and waiting. And that's not the point of this business. You don't sit and wait for people to hand it to you. You don't sit and wait for people to come. It's a benefit that you get.
I want to add to that. So on Instagram, like I immediately just started following people that stood out to me in this business that you obviously knew they were a part of It Works, right? So I'm talking people from even other groups. Like it's about a vibe for me. So if I feel like me and that person are relatable and I see that they're being successful with the way that they're doing what they're doing, how they're taking their pictures or how they word stuff. Like, again, you want to be relatable to the audience that you're trying to pull in. You know, like you don't read moms that want to keep fueling themselves. For me, I would like to promote the beauty stuff. Like the skincare and the face wash has like been amazing for me. So I would like to push that. And I have the opportunity to do that even when someone's in my chair. So here lately, it's not even really been about hair. I'm like, have you ever heard of Skinny Brew? Yeah, that stuff is amazing. Like, so I would use different window opportunities to kind of slide that in. And that's also helping me be more comfortable with like talking about, not really pushing, but talking about it, you know?
No, absolutely. I listen to Jade Hooper's podcast all the time, and I listen to Pam Satter's podcast. Who the other one that I listen to? Ashlie Mayfield has one as well.
Yeah,
those like
fun.
light a fire underneath me to listen to those. I can be in the worst mood and I turn one of those on and I'm like, man, I need to get to work right away because they are just like speaking to me. They're speaking to my soul.
Yeah.
What if someone enrolled tomorrow, what would you tell them? Like, what would be the one thing you would say right away?
Me?
Harry, yeah. Yes, you.
Okay. Well, first of all, you picked the best team. No. Enroll right away. I would be like, let's get your $150 shop shopping spree. I want to help you get loyal customers. I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do, but I'm basically going to lay it out for you, and you can pick and choose how you want to word, say, and do. Pretty much, I feel like that's what happened for me. It's like, or I wouldn't have given you the tool, and just taking the advice of your mentor and or your leader of your group.
Definitely. So where are you going? You're going to be Emerald at the end of this month. Your hubby's going to be Ruby.
I'm going to be Emerald. I signed up saying I would love to be Diamond. And Kara's like, oh no, you're going further than Diamond. And I'm like, I can go further than Diamond? Like, what? So yeah, I'm gonna go to Diamond, and then when I'm at Diamond, I guess I'll check back in and let you know that I'm working on my double Diamond chart, and so on and so on.
Don't worry, I already have your Diamond filled out for you.
So that's pretty. Yeah, because I'm learning how to chart. I still freak out whenever I look at it. I mean, I know what I'm looking at, but the volume and stuff is overwhelming. I mean, and like I said, I'm already at a Ruby, so you would think that I should know like ins and outs, but it's still a learning process for me, and I'm still taking notes all the time. So I guess that would be my biggest thing is just don't give up, because I've been having mental seasonal depression. I'm like, this is pointless. I'm not moving forward. And then I'm like, get people, and I'm hitting Ruby. And then I'm like, girl, keep going, keep going. So.
Yes, everything is just one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
I share that with our group, and I know I've shared it with you, that just keep going one foot in front of the other. That's why for me, like something that just really clicked with me was printing out that chart and seeing each block and where it needs to go. Because like for Ruby, yes, you know, you need 2,000, but where does that 2,000 go? Like it's
right.
not just
like
all
2,000 from
it's
what?
the people on your team. Yes, it's the people on your team, and like figuring out, okay, now she's at 400, what do we move on to? Taking one block at a time and slowly just building them up. I was talking with Anna the other day, and she was like telling me about the double diamond chart, and she's like, girl, there's so much volume. But she told me the same thing I told you, take it one step at a time, set your goal. She's amazing at like saying, like she posted early in the week that she needed 272 orders to reach her goal. And then she's like 271, 270, like she broke it down to exactly what she needs. And I know I did that last month when pushing to get my volume for Emerald. And that's what helped me, is that I said, how much volume do I have left? I'm going to divide it by 30, assuming that that's me, like my average order size. And then how many orders do I need? And I'm just going to start checking it down and messaging them off. Every time I wanted to try to make a sale, my big thing too that helps me, and then if anyone's getting started, upsell, upsell, upsell. If you have someone who wants Skinny Brew, automatically offer them to get a month's supply of it. If someone is wanting to get hair, skin, and nails, automatically offer them collagen and tell them that that's like the ultimate package, and then offer them the plus package and double their collagen to a month. Those are 3 products right there that you're going to sell, and you're going to have like 118 in volume off of one person right away. I don't remember who it was, but they said, look at your different packages of what you can do, of like, yes, a month of Skinny Brew, and then combo your favorite things. Like I love the cleanse, I love the Skinny Brew, and I love the greens. Make that like a basic package of Skinny Brew. You want to do an upgrade? Perfect. Add on the greens to have a mocha. Oh, you really want to focus on like your health? Add the cleanse to that so you get optimal results. Oh, you really want to make your definition pop after that? Add the wrap to that. And you're constantly just upselling with that. Don't try to like sneak it into your customers, but tell them the benefits of what they're getting. And even if that means that you're going to lose volume by giving them like a bundle of a pick 3, they're going to be happy with what they're getting at a better price point, that they're going to stick with you for longer. At least that's what I've seen anyway. I feel like Ashlie and I haven't taken up your full wonderful hour that you're supposed to be here. Does anyone have any questions?
I'm like, no, I'm new to Zoom, so I'm just like gonna scroll so I can see.
Girl, I just knew where the
How do you
unmute button was. That was it. This was so good. So good. I don't know if anyone's asked anything during this or said anything. Whoever was singing at the beginning of this, you had a beautiful voice, by the way.
Who?
I don't know who it was. Welcome, Katie.
Oh,
She joined
singing.
today.
Yes, I heard that. Yes.
I'm going through like the comments real quick to make sure no one didn't like ask anything during it.
Yeah, so just so everyone knows, I'm glad I survived this because I was a little nervous.
I think that's it.
Cool.
Okay. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. If no one has any questions, and I mean, we'll see you guys next Wednesday.
See us again.